What's up, everybody? I'm Taylor, and here I share my personal recovery journey. I want to speak about my experience with depression and what I had to do to bring myself out of that depressive state. For many years, I tried this psychiatric med and this med and this med, and I would go through like brief moments of feeling all right, but the physical and the emotional sensations would return. And see, for me, with growing up in active addiction, coming from a dysfunctional childhood, experiencing trauma, and not being taught how to regulate my emotions or process pain in a healthy way, I feel like my upbringing contributed to why I became so depressed. And so I've been in recovery for almost 3 years now, and the motivation for me to change never came physically. It's like something had clicked within my heart, and a part of my brain was so tired of suffering that I knew if I wanted to get to where I wanted to be, that I was going to be the only one to get me there through action and repetition. And for many, many months, when I started a 12-step program, it's like I was fighting a war with my brain. It's like logically I knew I needed to attend meetings. Logically I knew I needed to meet my sponsor and build a support system and start, trying suggestions and developing new coping skills and doing all these things, right? But it's like my brain would try to convince me why I shouldn't, when logically I knew I needed to. And so for me, I realized early on in recovery that the brain will reject anything that's not familiar. So I had to allow myself to get familiar to these things by forcing myself to take action when my brain didn't want to, because deep within my heart, I knew it was going to benefit me. Like I would literally have a full-blown conversation with that side of my brain. My brain would tell me not to go to a meeting, and I would ask myself, is it going to harm me if I go to this meeting? Is it going to harm me or help me if I go to this meeting? And it's going to help me, because it's definitely not going to harm me. And so I would have to literally ask myself that specific question. When my brain would tell me not to do something, I would have to challenge it, and I would have to question it, and I would have to say, is this going to help me or harm me? And majority of the time, it was going to help me. And so my point of saying is that I had to be the one to pull me out of my depression, not medication, not another human being. My children weren't enough. My spouse wasn't enough. Nobody was enough to make me want to change. I had to want change from my heart. Change starts within.